Welcome to an Inside China Auto video like no other. Over the past 4 years, we've brought you reviews, ADAS tests, auto show walkthroughs, and more, but nothing like this. For this video, I wanted to bring you something a little more spectacular, a road test like no other, where you, the audience, get to see another part of China that's rarely seen, one with the most incredible scenery, and one where we could really let loose on the latest version of a car that's already on sale in many international markets and is coming soon to even more. Join us for one special road trip. I think I might be stuck, mate. Xinjiang, China's largest province, is arguably also its most beautiful. This is one of my favorite places on earth because the scenery here is just spectacular. From its red deserts to its canyons to its snow-capped mountains and frozen lakes, this is a place that can take your breath away no matter which season you arrive in. In this video, I want to bring a slice of this amazing landscape to you and take you inside a place, a rare place in China, where the constant hum of life just disappears, where your heart can feel relaxed. Coming here is like someone pressing a reset button on your back and restoring you to your default factory settings. It's that moving. And what better car to join us on our journey than the new Zeekr 7X. This car now comes with a 900 volt platform, which means more power, faster charging, new exterior and interior colours and wheels, and the same great blend of space, comfort and technology. We're going to be taking this all-wheel drive performance version out into the wilds of Xinjiang to see how it fares on sand and on snow. Let's get to it. Our journey starts in Urumqi, and after 6 hours of driving, including one stop for charging, we arrive at a charging point just a few kilometers away from our first destination, the snowy landscape of Sayram Lake. Okay, so we've made it with 4% to spare, 31 kilometers left. I'm really hoping this charger works now, because if the charger's not working, then we've got a problem. Tell you what, as far as charging stations go, it doesn't get much prettier than this. Look at this. Got all these like beautiful mountains in front, all across the back over there. Oh, it's so cold though, even my teeth are cold. It's just amazing, but it's so windy. So it's like 3 degrees, which was fine before, but now it's like really bitterly cold. And I left my hat in the other car, so I need to get my hat out the other car when we arrive at the same place later. But check that out, look at that. What a view that is. Charging spot view of the year. After a quick stop to top the battery up, we headed off the last few kilometers in search of Sayram Lake's picturesque landscape. The weather, however, had other plans. I look at the road, this is crazy. This reminds me of Iceland, where you got kind of clouds of snow coming over the road. It's like going visiting God. It's just like a biblical scene. It's so crazy. So now we're going to have to go into snow mode just to be on the safe side. I think that probably makes sure that our diffs are at least kind of synced. It would be a digital diff lock in this car, I believe. Now if you get this on the right day, maybe we're lucky tomorrow when we come back, but this lake kind of freezes in waves like pieces of ice on top of the water. It's obviously not cold enough today, but I would not want to swim in that. Look how big the waves are. And the lake's kind of green, like a interesting turquoise colour. See, it feels kind of very apocalyptic. Apocalyptic and cold.
Looking out into a wall of bleak cloud wasn't exactly what we'd hoped the lake would be. But after overnight force 5 winds, something magical would greet us the next morning.
Wow, man, look at that. Oh, that is breathtaking. So crisp today. So we did it. Came back to the lake and just look at that. Look how beautiful that landscape is. And these mountains go all the way around the outside. Now the rumor, the legend of Sayram Lake is that there were 2 Kazakh lovers and an evil demon stole away the girl, and the guy went searching for her and realized she jumped into an abyss. And so, heartbroken, he jumped into the abyss as well. And the moment that he did, a flood of tears came out of the abyss and landed here, which used to be just grassland, and turned it into Sayram Lake. It's an interesting legend, a very romantic story, and one that's quite suitable, I would say, for this just incredible landscape. There are a few things famous about Sayram Lake. You can actually get a special fish in this lake that's supposedly quite tasty, and they've also got swans, as we can see here. Here's 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, 5 swans here. Look at that. All the way up here in the frozen north, we got swans. It looks like they're kind of enjoying themselves. Oh man, it's just stunning.
After a day of enjoying the snow-covered scenes around the lake, the mountains had one more treat for us as we departed. Descending into the valley, nestled amidst the splendour of the surroundings, stands the Guozi Bridge, a man-made masterpiece rising over 200 metres from the valley floor and spanning 700 metres across a canyon. Opened in 2011, it stands as a testament to the achievements of man, enabling greater connection in challenging terrains in a way that blends in beautifully with the landscape.
The end of day 1 here in Sayram Lake. What a day. I mean, this place is just stunning to behold. It puts you through some incredible emotions. I mean, we actually weren't even sure we were going to get to show you any of this today, because yesterday the storm came in, the wind was incredibly strong, you couldn't even fly a drone in it, and literally they closed the road around the lake. We weren't sure we were going to get here today. But thankfully this morning the air had cleaned up, all the sky was blue, and I think you'll be able to see in the footage just how incredible the scenery around here is. And yeah, it puts you through some emotions. The beautiful colours of the blue of the lake contrasting with the white of the mountains, it's just incredible. We've seen some wonderful nature, we've seen some camels, horses, we've seen swans. We even saw a winter fox just a minute ago. Sadly didn't get a picture because it just went past, but that was quite a bit fluffier than the straggly things we get in the UK. Again, just some unexpected things that we didn't see. And I can only say the Zeekr 7X looks so photogenic in this scenery. You can tell it's got Scandinavian design heritage because it just works in winter. The way the curves of the body reflect the colour of the sky and the colour of the mountains and the colour of the lake, just amazing. I've got some fantastic photographs. I'll share some of those with you on the screen. But yeah, what a day it's been. And tomorrow it all changes again. The scenery is going to change. I have no idea what to expect, but I can't wait to get there and see it. We're going to head off for some dinner now. We've got a 2-hour drive at about 8 p.m. to go and get some dinner, which I've been told is going to be very interesting.
One thing Xinjiang is famous for is its food, and so after 2 hours of driving late at night, we stopped off to have some local specialities.
All right, so first things first, this isn't all mine. This is for 2 camera guys and a tour guide as well. But this is bowl of beef soup, excellent. And these 2 are what the sign says are beef meat pies. Now, I'm from Wigan, which is the self-proclaimed pie-eating capital of the world. These don't look like pies to me. They're kind of like, almost like a pizza with meat inside. Nevertheless, I'm happy to be eating a meat pie. This very much feels like something I'm at home with. And we've got some lamb barbecue sticks coming as well, which I'm very much looking forward to. In fact, they've just arrived, which is great. Check that out, it's just here. Look at those. Meat lover's paradise. This is what Xinjiang is. Absolutely gorgeous, look at that. I'm gonna eat well tonight, fellas. Let's tuck in. Just here.
The pie was good, but Xinjiang's lamb skewers remain my absolute favourites.
Very nice.
Day 2 saw us head 4 hours back east, leaving behind the picturesque snowy mountains and into an altogether different landscape. One grey with the early reaches of winter, but a great place for us to test out the 7X's off-roading capability.
Our guide has just stopped us at the side. We've got some actual routes we can go off-road here, so we're going to test out the 7X on this kind of rocky hills. We should be able to have a bit of fun on these roads when we start to get a little bit more twisty up into the mountains. Alright, so to change settings, we can either toggle our mode button here, or go into the system, choose off-road. That automatically puts us into the highest suspension. Get a nice little animation here to show that. Then, basically, off we go. Traction control turned off. And yeah, let's go and have some fun. And so far, this is pretty good. I mean, let's try and find ourselves some thick stuff. This is just slightly chewed up off-road stuff. There's a bit of a divot here. I'll take a bit of time through that one. Yeah, the car is it's going to get caked in mud. There's also no handbrake in this, which makes it more difficult. That's quite fun. Chewing out a nice little line across the field. This is great. Now this car comes with something like 530 kilowatts of power, which is ridiculous. And it'll do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.98 seconds, which is just insane. Woo. Woo! Mud drifting. This is great. This is what I came here for. Oh, this is good. Oh, someone's bumper there. I think they tried to go through that divot a little bit too fast and chop the front of their car off. Not sure what state our car is going to be in when we're finished. So we've just finished mucking about in the mud and taken some shots, and we've continued down that road along this ridge, and we've still got the canyon next to us and the mountains, the enormous mountains in the distance. We could just about see the outline before, and they're starting to come into view now, and we've got smaller mountains nearby, all just leading up to the front, the ones at the back. It's just incredible. It's just an otherworldly scene. I've never seen anything like this before. Look at that wall, that is just... Look how sharp it is. Oh, it's just nuts. And the top is like a totally different rock completely. Every corner just reveals something more incredible. Whoa, man. Hopefully it's not too far uphill before the charging station. Right, let's give this car a charge. Now, because we're right out in the middle of nowhere, there are no fast chargers here. So there's a hotel that offers us a nice little slow charger. So we're going to be here for a while. I'm going to walk down to the lake later, get some footage of the lake. But you see, even in the countryside, you can find charging in China. By the way, just listen to that. No sound. That's the thing that I love about Xinjiang. It's quiet.
Our journey into the mountains wasn't just for throwing the 7X through some mud, but before we got to the main event, there was just enough time for a spot of nosh.
Check this out. So we've got ourselves some beef ribs on this beautiful sort of lamb plate here. And we've got some kind of beans. I think there's beans mixed in with this actually, but this has got different kind of beans like mange too. And then obviously sea fungus and lotus fruit as well. So nice little meal for us up here in a little village up in the mountains. Should be tasty. All right, our cable car's here, so let's go and take a ride over the lake. It's my first time on a cable car for ages. Look at that over there. Check out that view. The water's so blue here. There's the dam in the corner over there. 129 meters tall, they said. There you go. You see those videos where people are stood on the glass bridge and their knees just go completely? Who knows, maybe that'll be me in a minute. I think I'm pretty brave, but we'll find out in a minute or two. Here it is. Glass bridge. Do you trust it? Luckily it's not icy. Oh wow, look at that. That is nuts. What a feeling that is. It feels like in a video game where your character gets stuck in the air. So this is it, the Swat reservoir we were looking forward to coming to all day. Now believe it or not, in 2011, this wasn't here. This kind of sits on the basin of two rivers coming together. And they put this new dam in here, started in 2011, it was finished in 2015 to form this incredible lake, which is obviously just a crazy blue color mixed in with this amazing landscape. The dam, which is over there, you can see in the background, that can produce up to 276 million kilowatts of energy every year. So about 2.5 million Zeekr 7X batteries, if you want to measure it like that. That's, I think, what the measurement is. But yeah, I mean, before this was here, people couldn't actually come and see this. Obviously, it didn't exist in terms of the lake, but getting these views would have required you to climb up mountains. And now, because the new highway that we came on down there was created in about 2021, it's now become a tourist attraction where more people can actually come and experience this view and some of the attractions here around the lake. It's just absolutely incredible. The scenery is just breathtaking.
Arriving quite late at the lake, it was a rush to get to the viewpoint before closing time, something my lungs clearly didn't appreciate at this lofty altitude.
It's going to be a long time before we get back in bed again. Got to drive back to Urumqi. See you later, son. Bye.
Before we could get to bed ahead of an exciting day in the desert, there was just enough time for a very necessary midnight car wash and a super fast charge.
It's time to check out the incredible charging speeds of the Zeekr 7X. So let's just roll up to our Zeekr parking spaces. And what we're going to have to do now is click on here
Let's click on this space here, press go, and we'll let the car park in the charging space by itself. Otherwise you can open the gate in the system. This car comes with the incredible golden brick battery with 5C charging, or in our all-wheel drive performance version, we get the 103 kilowatt hour CATL 6C charging battery. And we are down at 10%, as you can see, at the top of our screen. And we are going to test live how long it takes to go from 10 to 80%. So join me outside the car and let's do a timer. That's good. Let me open the door, because as soon as it starts, we're going to start timing. There we go, start the video. So let's see how long it takes. We're going to start to see this number over here ramp up pretty quick. As you can see, we are at, well, we're at 10%. Where's our battery gone? Oh, we're at 10%. We're now at 11% already, as you can see. Already up to 300 kilowatt charging. Let's see how high we can get on there. As you can see, we're adding 1 kilometer of range pretty much every second here, which is great. It's exactly what we want. You can see we are still on 46 seconds. What I'm going to do is leave the camera on here, and then when it gets to 80%, we'll turn it back again and see just how long it took to get to 80%. Check this out, at 40%, we're still pulling over there 300 kilowatts. Just quickly focus on that one over there. 300 kilowatts, look at that, at 40% battery. 70% charge. I'm still pulling 320 occasionally, just under 320 or over kilowatts of charge. This is nuts. 103 kilowatt hour battery. Getting very close to our 80% now. Seems like we're going to be about another minute and a half, I would say. We're still pulling the same level of charge, 72%. That's it, 80%, 14 minutes, 27 seconds. We're still pulling 310 kilowatts of charge. Check that out. 14 minutes and 27 seconds, 10 to 80%. It wasn't even giving us the full 360 kilowatts, but even now, it's pulling 309 kilowatts at 81.82%, which is crazy. Incredible charging on this thing, absolutely insane. Now we're just about to head off for day 3 to the desert. I wanted to quickly show you just how practical the 7X is, despite how sexy it is. This is a real world application for this car. Check this out, 905 litres of space. We get my massive suitcase in there, another big suitcase, a Pelican case for camera goods, and a full-size spare alloy with our tripods as well, just in case we get a puncture out on the road. And all of that fits into the back of the car. So imagine you're a family, you need to be going on holiday, taking all your cases and goods and kids stuff with you. You can fit it all in the back of the 7X. And the other good thing is you also get a frunk, so you get a bit of extra space down there for your charging cables and things like that. We just headed out of Urumqi on the way to the desert. We're about 10 kilometers out of the city, and this is the clearest day that we've had in and around this city, because today we can see that the mountains are all around us. We haven't been able to see the mountains this close to the city, but they're literally all around. There's a huge set of mountains over there, and there's a whole band of them, literally basically 180 degrees around that side of the car. So they're everywhere, and it's just such a pretty place. We're driving through the middle of a wind farm at the minute, so some big wind turbines on the horizon, just in a field full of camels as well, which was quite funky. So yeah, I can imagine, like, on just picture perfect clear days, this is actually quite a pretty city. Man, what is that? Is that one of those solar farms that guides all the solar
that shines all the power of the sun onto one thing. It looks like it might be. That's so weird. It's nuts. We've seen like snow and sharp mountains, and now we've got like real life desert just on the edge of this village. So we're heading up to what looks like a giant castle, like a fortress in the sand. And we're going to go and dump all the stuff out the back of the car so it's not flying around while we're going up the desert. And then we're going to go and have some fun, try and get up to that pagoda, top of that hill over there. This is going to be exciting in my very enthusiastic British way. That looks like the entrance point over there. This is it. We're actually driving on the desert. So once we get through the gate, shit's gonna get real. I'm honestly nervous about this. I don't want to get stuck. That'll be embarrassing. Oh God. I don't know. I think it's like a running jump at this.
Some car behind you.
Yeah, that's all right. Come on, let's try again. We're so going to get stuck. Yeah, we're through the gate. Alrighty, let's take the light run first, because this looks a bit harder, the sand here. I feel like if we just have momentum, we just keep going. Oh God! Oh, am I supposed to drive over this ridge now? Oh man! Oh my God! 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 Oh my edge. Holy shit. Oh, that edge is quite thick, quite steep there. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, where does this edge go? Where does it go? Where does it go? Oh, me. In the video. All right, here we go. 585 kilowatts of power. How far can we get up this hill? Oh my god. Holy shit. It sounds really thick up here. Yeah, oh, we're gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. Let's try and turn away. Oh, the car's stopped. Hang on. Oh, shit. All right, down we go again. Okay, so that's probably not the fastest way up the hill for us. We'll have to find another way. I don't think we're getting to the top, mate. Pretty sure this is not how most people are going to drive their Zeekr 7X. There's definitely a limitation to what it can do, but you can have fun. We're going to get stuck at some point. That seems to be the best option. Let me go backwards. No, backwards. I think I might be stuck, mate. Literally making no movement at all here. What about putting in eco mode? Does that help? Oh, here comes a tank. I think this guy's offering help.
Can I use a rope to get you out?
Yeah.
The serious off-roader guys with jacked up suspension, like vultures circling a wounded prey, could sense that eventually we'd go beyond the 7X's impressive limits, and were on hand to put us straight. For a small fee.
Yeah. So while my camera guy's out getting some drone shots, I thought I'd take a chance to experience this back seat, because there's quite a few luxury features back here, one of which is our fridge down here. This can cool things down to -6 or heat them up to 50, which is really nice. In the armrest in the center here, we've got a screen where we can control our doors and our car functions. So we can play our music on there. We can also turn on our heated, ventilated and massaging seats here in the back as well. Now, the other cool thing, check this out. On the back of the front seat, we've got ourselves a tray, so you can do some work on this if you are busy in the back of your car, busy businessman, or you can also watch this TV as well. And on here, we've got all of our kind of music apps and TV, video, and films and things like that. You can also do karaoke and video games, and you can cast your screen onto that as well. So some really neat features in the back of the 7X. But one thing that I haven't shown you is the controls. First of all, for the front seats, so I'll slide those forwards, pop my tray up at the same time, so we can slide that seat all the way forwards, get it out of the way, and then I can lift up my leg rest down here and lay my backrest backwards as well. So I can actually just chill out in the back of the car here. And that's just lovely. At the same time, I've got my massive panoramic roof, so if I was doing this at night time, I can enjoy the stars, or I can just simply enjoy the scenery wherever I am in the back of the car. I've got a great sound system in here, loads of speakers, lovely ambient lighting, amazing material quality as well, loads of different soft touch materials. It's such a luxurious place to be this. It feels a very expensive car, and yet in China, it starts at just 229,000 RMB, which is about £23,000. That is absolutely crazy, the amount of kit that you get in here. And I gotta say, I also really love this purple interior. It looks very, very fashionable. But yeah, this is a wonderful place to be. I think we're stuck again. Stuck again. Oh, he's ready to help out again. He knows, he knows. My word, that is such a stunning shot. I mean, this landscape is just insane. We've been to some amazing places on this trip. The 7X just looks brilliant in all of them. And you know what? It's actually done really well here. It's clearly not intended for something as extreme as this, and yet it's done a really good job. We made it 90% of the way up that hill over there. We tried it in a bit of sport mode, in a bit of off-road mode as well. Not sure entirely, I'm not certain yet which one was the right one to use. Obviously we got stuck a couple of times. That's just part of the journey. Honestly, I did expect that. I did expect we were going to get stuck, but it's just been amazing. It's been a fantastic long distance cruiser, driving 6.5 hours all the way to the lake and around there in the snow, then in the mountains, and then here in the desert and the kind of the arid landscape around us. Such an impressive car, incredible speed, beautiful interior, great tech, and honestly just as photogenic as cars come. In this low light, this beautiful golden hour that we've been lucky enough to catch a few times now, it just captures the light wonderfully. It's a stunning car and absolutely brilliant. So that's it for our epic journey here in Xinjiang. What an incredible 3 days it's been just amazing scenery across this country, from the snow at Sayram Lake to the mountains and then to the sand and desert dunes here. This car has tackled everything. It's been an absolute joy to cross this entire province. And yeah, I just hope that we've been able to bring you some amazing scenery, give you a little slice of this wonderful province and the amazing things that you can see here. There's so much more to see in Xinjiang. I'd love to do another video like this in the future, but I really do hope that you've enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you do, thank you for subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so more people can see the amazing scenery here in China and the brilliant cars coming out of China. And as ever, we'll catch you next time.